In August of 1984, Krokus released their eighth album called The Blitz. This is the rock and roll weatherman. My name is Sean Morrison, and on this album, the band was pushed more into glam territory by their record label at the time, Arista Records. Mr. Morrison always um loved this album. Became a gold album in the U.S. They hit the Billboard Hot 100 with Midnight Maniac, and was from that album, of course. And it became the first Swiss act to have a Hot 100 single in the United States. Um, while they prepared to record it, they tapped Patrick Mason to join the band on guitar, while Mark Holo switched to bass. But Mr. Mason wound up leaving the band before recording commenced, and the album was recorded as a quartet. And on the subsequent tour, a man by the name of Andy Tanas was the bassist. He played bass. It even featured a song called "Boys Not Out," which was written by Brian Adams and Jim Valance, which was originally recorded by Brian Adams from for his 1984 album Reckless, but was left off the final tracking list. But his version eventually served on the 30-year anniversary reissue of Reckless. Okay, there was 9 songs on the Blitz. Starts off with Midnight Maniac. I think the best track on the album. You got a little deep track here. I'm going to call it my opinion, even though we do hear Our Love on the Sirius Hair Nation Depot channel. Love the song Out of Control. Then an awesome version of Boys Night Out. They're rocking it. Like I said, Brian Adams was a writer on that song. Our Love, like I mentioned. I like the title of this one. It's still a cool song called Out to Lunch. Then they had their version of the sweet song Ballroom Blitz, which was pretty cool to do. Another cool anthem, Rock the Nation, Hot Stuff, and it ended with the song Ready to Rock. And on this album was Mark Storacci on vocals, Fernando Von Alba on lead guitar and rhythm guitar, Mark Kohler on bass, and on drums and percussion was Jeff Clavin. Friends, if you're not subscribed to the Show Morrison YouTube channel, please do so. Everyone else out to subscribe. We thank you much for the continued love, honor, and support. It is really appreciated. Doug Johnson did play keyboards on this album, and you might know of him from Loverboy, and backing vocals on Our Love, Survivor's own Jimmy Jamison, the late Jimmy Jamison, of course. Produced by Bruce Fairbairn, Bob Rock was an engineer. Yes, he's the famous Bob Rock, as well as an assistant engineer, Mike Frazier. Mixing was done by Phil Burnett, and mastering was George Marino. Number 83 in Canada, 55 German, 27 Swedish albums, number 6 on the Swiss charts and in the Billboard Top 200. The United States was number 36, and the Midnight Maniac hit number 71 on the Billboard Hot 100 album charts, and it was certified gold in Canada for 50,000 copies and 500,000 copies in the United States. A very good album, The Blitz was from Krokus. And then when they went to change of address, that basically put the band apart. I have a review on that album on my channel. Even though I do like the album, the band's not a fan of it. But hey, they're all entitled to their opinions. That album, the underrated Heart Attack, still are not on the digital platforms. Hopefully Heart Attack does get put up there, as well as Change of Address, but the Blitz I know is up there because I hear it on my streaming channels all the time. So friends, what are your favorite tracks off the Krokus album, The Blitz? Shame, shame, shame.